So it's really important that you get in the routine of examining your pet as part of just stroking and loving and being with them. If you can do this as part of the routine, then if you are worried that there is something seriously wrong with them, it then won't feel abnormal to them when you're trying to establish what is wrong. So the key is to start with the head, but don't look straight in their eyes until they've got more used to it. So I would usually leave the eyes until the end. So you start through and you're feeling their fur, you're making sure that it's all in good condition, that it looks glossy and shiny, that there's no lumps or bumps that you can feel. You feel behind their ears to see if there's any. Sometimes they can get little grains of seed, particularly grass seed, stuck behind their ears. So you just feel that, make sure there's no lumps and bumps that's upsetting them around there. You would look in their mouth. You want to have a sniff as well and just check that they haven't got bad breath, which could indicate that their teeth aren't in as good a order as they should be. Have a look at their mucosal membranes, so their gums, if you like, and they should be nice and a nice clear colour and moist and healthy looking. If they're not, if they were red and tacky, for example, that would lead you to think that maybe they were slightly dehydrated or possibly suffering from heat exhaustion. So really important you look at those. When you're looking at them as well, if you very gently, obviously you're making sure you don't get bitten, so it depends on your pet and how they behave and how comfortable they are with this. But if you push on their gum, the colour should come back pretty much immediately, and that's called the capillary refill time. And that's really important for you to know, because with some injuries and illnesses that can change, and if it's taking longer for that colour to come back, or it can indicate that something's not quite right. So you have a look around there. You then have a look at their paws. Check between their toes that there is nothing got stuck or no signs of any infection. Particularly important in the winter time with rock salt, for example, because that can make their paws very sore. So check the pads are looking healthy and they're not cracked or injured at all. And just check all the way round, all four of them. Check down to their tail. You're checking as well that there's no discharge from anywhere, and everything looks healthy and as it should. Now, it's useful to get a baseline for their pulse, their temperature and their respiratory rate. You wouldn't do their temperature all the time, but have a baseline so that you know what is normal for your pet. So record that somewhere safe and make sure you refer to it if they are unwell. To take a pet's temperature, you would get an ordinary thermometer, but label it up for them, and a bit of olive oil, and you just gently, it's always best when they're lying down, put it in their anus and you just hold it inside the wall of the rectum. Note down what's normal for them. For the respiratory rate, you literally just count it so you can hear them breathing, or you can hold a little bit of fur or something under their nose and count when they're breathing like that. But normally you can just hear them breathing, and make sure you know what is normal for your pet. And for the heart rate, or to take their pulse, one of the easiest ways to take it is to use 3 fingers, just put it inside their back leg, so inside here, like this, if you have a look here, and don't use your thumb because your thumb has a pulse and you'll be taking your own pulse. And you just push firmly but gently, and you should be able to feel the sensation of the pulse in their thigh. So you would then count that. If you count it for 15 seconds and then multiply it by 4, that's your pulse rate. Otherwise you can feel their heart rate there. And again, note what is normal for your pet. So keep those figures safe. Do this as a regular, and then it's going to be far easier for you to identify if there is something wrong and be able to help.